Okay. Yep. Microphone is turned on. Just waiting for some folks to drop into the chat, man. Chopping it up with y'all real quick. Check on my peoples, man. My subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Those y'all who rock with the channel, man. Checking up with y'all. Seeing how you guys doing. Today we're going to be talking about keeping your circle small. That's going to be the gist of what we talk about in this live. But apart from that, we can talk about anything, man. Y'all can ask me any question. Y'all can let me know how, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with y'all. Andre, what up, Andre? Thanks for dropping in, my guy. I'm good, man. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We had a pretty good holiday season, my wife and I. So, we enjoyed some Thanksgiving with some friends the other day. And, you know what I'm saying? Life is good, man. Can't complain a bit. How you doing? Waiting for some more folks to drop into the chat. Let me know how you guys' Thanksgiving was. Were there any fights at the family table? uh, yeah, waiting for some folks to drop in, man. Let me know how you guys doing. I'm gonna give the chat about another minute or so. You know what I'm saying, for the more folks to drop in. But let me see. Andre says I'm good. Just prepping for my vacation in 2 weeks. That's what's up, man. Where you going? Vacation. That's what's up. I need a vacation, man. For real, for real. I haven't had a vacation in shoot over a year. It's about that time, bro. I need a good 2 to 3 weeks off, man. Let me know how you guys Thanksgiving was. Like I said, this conversation, man, we're gonna be talking about keeping your circle small. That's something I strongly advocate, keeping your circle small. You know, because as I lived my life, as I went through life, and I'm sure some of y'all may have had the same experiences, you know, friends drop off after like high school and college. You know what I mean? Like the crowd you had in high school and college, as you guys grow older, you guys all venture into your own endeavors and stuff like that. And people go their own way. It's not always a bad thing, you know, it's just life, you know, it happens like that. You know, but when it comes to life and adulthood, man, it's just best, at least in my humble opinion, keep your circle small. Like we have a lot of acquaintances. I have a lot of acquaintances, but when it comes to like those real tight knit friends, very small number. Very small number. Andre says visiting family in Utah, 30 minutes from Salt Lake City. Okay, that's what's up, man. Utah. Mm. Billy Billy says the keep your circle small headline caught me. I'm tuned in because I found my peace within my own company while keeping my circle small. Yeah, man. Um, you know, Billy, because like when I was young, you know what I mean, like I thought just like a lot of young people thought that the more friends you have and it makes you look, you know, more popular, more popping and whatnot. But as I get older and then you see how people change as you get older and stuff like that, and things you go through with just friends, so-called friends, you know what I mean? Like I've been betrayed, I've been done dirty, I've been everything you can think of pretty much happened to me when it came to like the friends I thought I had when I was younger. So now I find more peace and solace in having fewer friends than when I had freaking 15, 20 people I was hanging with all the time. You know, I'm cool with the few friends I have. You know, I have a lot of acquaintances, like I said. There's a lot of people that we cool, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we cool, we have a great relationship, but I wouldn't necessarily count them as friends like that. You know what I'm saying? We just get along, we respect each other. If I need something done, they'll get it done for me. If I need something done, I get it done for them. It's just a respect thing. But when it comes to, like I said, your close circle of friends, it's just less you got to look out for, man. You know, you just have a lot more peace with fewer friends. That's like with anything, man. The less you have to worry about, the more peace you have. You know what I mean? Like if you're in charge of like let's say 10 responses or 10 tasks at work every single day, it's a lot easier when you got only 2 or 3 versus 10. You know what I'm saying? The fewer things you have to do, the less you have to worry about. So like the fewer friends you have, less you got to worry about. You got a circle of like 15, 20 friends. That's 15, 20 people that you got to worry about that may or may not do you dirty. It's just, but that happens in life though. It happens in life. So I just found it easier myself to just keep my circle small. I mean, I'm cool on making a whole bunch of friends now. I'm 42. I get it. I know what it is. Most people don't want to be your friend unless it's something that you have to offer them, or it's transactional. At this stage in life, friendships, relationships are transactional. Nobody wants to be around you if you can't do nothing for them. You know what I mean? And that's cool. I mean, I get it. I'm just not breaking my neck for people like that no more. I'm cool. Billy says, yes, indeed, very true words. Yeah, man, it's just life, bro. Just life. Because, like I said, yeah, I just been there, done that, man. I just been there, done that. When you're in the stage of being a child or being young, yeah, the friendships are more pure because you guys are on the same level. Y'all like common ground, and it's nothing that y'all can give each other at that stage in life except friendship, pure, genuine friendship. Or when you're older, like old people, you know what I mean? But at this stage in life, man, look. And I'm not talking about just friends that you just hang out with and have some drinks with or kick it and do fun stuff with. Anybody can do that. I'm talking about those people who you can call when when your back's against the wall. People who you can call when you're really going through it. People who you can call to give you that listening ear you need. You know what I mean? Like that's hard to find. That's very hard to find. So I don't just give people that label, man, just because we cool. I mean, we can be cool, but friendship, I always say that's a very intimate term. Y'all got to be careful who y'all call your friends, man. I keep reminding y'all of that because I've seen it time and time and time again. People who thought they had a certain friend or whatever, or they thought they had these people, they had their back. Hey, man, you'll see when things get rough. Anybody can be your friend when things are easy, when things are good, when you got something to offer them. But when you don't have nothing to offer, when you don't have nothing to give them, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you'll really see who's there for you, man, when you got nothing to give. Or you're really going through a rough time. Then you see who your real friends are. Billy says, you find out who your friends really are. Yeah, man. When you're going through it, you find out who your friends are. And I use the analogy of salt and sugar. And by that I mean they both look the same, right? You can't tell the difference between salt and sugar when you're just observing it. Only way you can know if it's salt or sugar is when you test it. So that's the same as fake friends and real friends. They both look identical. A fake friend can disguise himself as a real friend, but you're not going to know it's a fake friend until you test them. Same with salt and sugar, man. They look alike, but you will not know which is which until they are tested. Until your friends are tested, that's when you know you have a real friend or not. Don't call them your friend if you have not tested them. If you have not tested them, they are not your friend yet. Y'all might be cool and all of that, but the true test of friendship is when, again, you have nothing to give them and they're still there for you. Or you may be going through a rough time and they're there for you. When things are not on the up and up and they're there for you. Because I've been in situations, man, when I was young, I used to like to go out all the time, club all the time, all this other stuff. When I had all the money to throw around in the club, when I was buying bottles and VIP, yeah, you got people all around you, man. They want to partake in what you got going on. Y'all giving each other high fives, having fun, laughing, goofing off, being a fool, all this other stuff. But when you don't have that, then where these same friends at? Or when you don't want to do those things, where are those friends at? When I was younger, smoking weed, doing all the stuff I did in the hood, As long as I'm doing that, I'm cool with these guys. But the minute I decide, okay, I want to stop doing that, I want to turn my life in a better direction, now all of a sudden these friends don't want to hang around no more because, oh, you think you're better than us now. Okay. See, real friends, my real friends, they hung with me regardless, whether I was doing that or not. What's 3i Atlas? What is that? And why you keep typing that in the chat, man? Like, what is that? Associates aren't friends. Facts, absolutely. They're just that, associates. Y'all know each other, y'all cool. That don't mean y'all friends. Whatever you do, don't look into the workplace for friends. Oh man, preach. Preach. Preach, man. I told y'all that a couple times in a couple videos I made. Coworkers are not your friends, man. Coworkers ain't your friends. People be thinking that, bro. I'm telling you, man. Coworkers, you might, like I said, man, I've been working a long time, so I know how it is. When you hang around these people, you see them every single day. Yeah, you might be cool with some people, man. Like, that's just how it's going to go. But don't get it twisted, man. When their back's against the wall, they're not going to defend you to say, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to risk their job for you. When their job is on the line and it's either you or their job, they're going to choose how they eat, man. They're going to put food on their table. It's not what you think it is. Y'all are all there for a common reason to get a job done. That's the only reason y'all even know each other in the first place is because y'all working together. If it wasn't for that job, y'all wouldn't even know who each other is. Y'all wouldn't even know each other existed. So don't be so quick to call these people your friends, man. And then you will know real quick if these people are your friends or not, because the minute you leave that job, how often do you talk to these people after you leave a job? Do you keep in touch with them? So that tells you right there. You know what I'm saying? Like most times when I left a job, there's very few people who I talk to after I left a job. Once you go to another job or you quit, get fired, whatever the case is, listen, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear from them people no more. So man, stop thinking these people are your friends. And it's cool to chop it up and giggle and laugh a little bit just to get by, get through the day. I mean, I get all of that because I mean, I don't like going to work and feeling like I can't talk a little bit or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no weirdo. If you feel me, I'm not gonna be a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like you got some people who go to work, they don't say a word all day long. And it's nothing, hey, if that's what you do, then that's what you do. But I like to, keep a lighthearted conversation going, maybe crack a joke or two, lighthearted stuff. Nothing that they can come back later and say I said something wrong, but something that was within bounds of proper work conversations, nothing too personal, and keep, you know what I'm saying, keep the energy light and then go home. You know what I'm saying? When I clock out or whenever the end of my day comes, I'm out, man. See y'all later. But man, don't think for a second, man, that you can trust your coworkers. I've seen it too many times. When you tell them something about yourself that you don't want everyone else knowing, and all of a sudden everyone else knows your business, you done told the wrong coworker, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on in your life. That type of stuff right there is what I do not condone. Like if I'm going through something, I've had that. You know what I'm saying? Folks coming up to me, hey man, what's going on with you? I'm good. Hey man, what you asking me all these personal questions? Hey man, I'm not doing all of that, bro. Like get out of here. Like we not on that level for me to be telling you what I got going on. Because the minute I do that, now it's open season for whenever, you know what I'm saying, you might want to go and tell somebody else what I got going on. You might want to use that against me later on. So just know the do's and don'ts when it comes to those types of relationships. Ship space headed toward us. Look it up. 3 times the size of Manhattan. Okay. I mean, that's cool and all. I will look it up, 6'7". But all right, make that your last time talking about that because we're not talking about that in this conversation. All right. I'll look it up. But please, enough with that 3i Atlas. Yeah, we're not talking about that today. All right. Cool Water says, Big and Mike, what up, though? Hey, what up, Cool Water? What's happening, man? How you doing? Glad you was able to drop in, man. He says, Mike, I've had people who don't even text back, call back after I've left jobs. Honestly, I prefer to just listen to my headphones at work and keep conversations to a light to no politicking. Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. When you leave a job, bro, you'll see who your real friends are. Them people, man, once you out of sight, you out of mind, bro. Tell y'all, man, y'all only there because y'all have a common reason of being there. You know, if it wasn't for the job, would you be hanging with these people? Most likely not. So yeah, man, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. If you just want to keep your business to yourself, and you know what I mean, like not tiptoe over the line of getting too personal with your coworkers. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, like my only thing is when I say don't be a weirdo, all I meant with that is if people try to come and talk to you or say something to you and you just like walk away or you just ignore them, it's like, come on, nobody wants to work around somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like that's just a little bit too much. Some people I think are a little bit too extreme when it comes to, oh, I don't want to talk to coworkers at all. I mean, it just depends on what the conversation is about. If it's something that's lighthearted and whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna make a difference whether they know about you or not, then cool. Like for example, my coworkers may ask me, "What you do this weekend?" Or I went fishing. Or I went doing X, Y, and Z. There's nothing there that I got to worry about them coming back later on and saying I said this or telling if they tell my coworkers that I went fishing, okay, so what? Who cares? I went fishing. But I'm not going to tell them that me and my wife, you know what I'm saying, had a situation or whatever the case is, or nothing personal. You feel me? Like that's my business. You know what I mean? So just know what to do and what not to do, if that makes any sense. General Bullseye say, yo, this is a new this is new a morning afternoon stream. What's up, Big Mike? Yeah, man. Yeah, I just was in the mood to do a live stream, man. And I know it's normally earlier than I normally do it. I didn't plan on being on this too long. You know, I got to get back with the wife and get on with my day, but just wanted to check on y'all, man. Chop it up with y'all for a second. Elite City says holidays are officially about consumption. Yeah, facts. Cool Water says, Mike, I had an alleged friend at one job, then I worked with the same person at another job, and they were a royal asshole. Something is really wrong with people. Yeah, I mean, again, these ain't your friends, man. I mean, I keep saying that, bro. Like, these are not your friends. And I know people get it twisted. It's easy to get it twisted because you see these people all the time and you think that, oh, because y'all laugh a lot and blah, blah, blah. But given the right circumstance, they're going to show you real quick who they are. They're going to show you real quick who they are, man. That's why after, like, for example, right? You may get along with a supervisor or something like that. You may get along with some coworker who may get promoted eventually. Once people are in charge, you'll see who they are. And once you have a situation going on at work, you'll see who people are. They'll make you think real quick that I'll be cool. That's why I don't like supervisors, subordinate thing. I don't do all of that because when it's time to crank down on somebody, then they're gonna be looking at you sideways thinking that we friends. And it's like, yo, no, we're not friends like that, bro. Cause I gotta now reprimand you for X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to do that when you trying to be friends with everybody. So, and even in some of y'all who got supervisors and stuff at work, man, don't think you're a supervisor is like cool like that. It depends on where you work. I mean, I guess some supervisors can be cool and y'all can be like buddy buddy. It depends. If you're working at Burger King, it's not the same as if you're in the military. It's two different environments, two totally different environments. You know what I'm saying? I worked at Burger King when I was 17. And I was cool with my manager back in the day when I was 17 years old. So that's a lot different when it's somebody who y'all at Burger King. It's not a job you want to keep for the rest of your life anyway. Y'all might drink or smoke together. I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was smoking my manager when I was 17 and stuff like that after work. They was mad cool. But right now in the military, heck no. I don't be thinking these people my friends at all, because the minute you have a situation going on or the minute that something goes left, hey, they got to come at you a different way. The person who you thought was your friend, now they throw that out the window. Now they got to get on you about something that you're doing. Or I have to do it. I had to do the people that work under me. You know what I mean? So I don't ever get that twisted. We can get along, we can be cool, but I'm always respectful. I'm always professional, and I never do or say anything that can bite me in the butt later on. Never. I don't. I learned my lesson from that, because the least little thing you do can get like totally misconstrued into something else. Like story time, right? When I first joined the military, man, there was this girl, not gonna lie, this is a long time ago, back what, 2010, 11. There was this girl who I thought was kind of cute, right? And I would flirt with her a little bit, you know what I mean? Like nothing over the top, but I would just give her little compliments. And then one time I had tapped her shoulder like that. Literally, I just did like that. That was it. Do you know this same girl went to the freaking supervisor and told her that I made her uncomfortable the way I touched her? And I was like, wow. And so from that time forward, I was like, you know what? I will never play that game again. Because I'm telling you, man, bro, it's so crazy how quick that can turn. So don't get too comfortable at work, man. I've learned my lesson from that. Trust me. It was nothing of the sort, but this girl was obviously a little bit cuckoo. She turned that into a whole situation. I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, but whatever. That was long, long time ago, man. So I learned my lesson from that. Andre says, too many friends, one might be your Judas. Yes. Even Jesus had a Judas, man. So the more people you hang out with, the more people you gotta watch out for, man. You know. And I'm just not a fan of, especially now in my 40s. I don't care. You know what I mean? The older you get, you don't care about stuff like that no more. When you're young, you care about having a whole bunch of friends. You want to look popular. You want to look like you're the one that's popping and all this other stuff. But once you done live life, you done seen things, and you see how people are, and you get older, you don't care about that stuff. I don't care, bro. I'm 42 years old. I don't care about having a whole bunch of friends. I don't got time for that anyway. I got a career. I got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got things I'm looking to do. I mean, I got things I'm trying to accomplish. I don't care about having a whole bunch of friends. I don't have time for it no more. I just don't. I don't got time for that no more. When you young, 19, 20, you ain't doing nothing with your life. Yeah, you got time for 20 and 30 people that y'all ruling deep to the club and all that stuff. I don't have time for that no more, man. I just don't. So it's much easier to manage 2 or 3 friends that I have, and I'm cool with that. I don't need to be popular no more. I don't care about being popular. Those days are gone for me. I don't care. Spotted Hyena says materialism is a sin. What do you mean by that, Spotted? Are you saying having a bunch of stuff is a sin? Because it's not. Now, um, if you're talking about being devoted to your stuff, where your stuff takes over your heart, then yeah, that's a sin. But having nice stuff is not a sin. I mean, I'm trying to see what you mean by that materialism. Now, when you say that, are you talking about, like I said, being consumed by your stuff, or just having stuff? Cool Water says, how do you make the decision on who's a friend worth your while? Like, they say they pretend to be dope, but really they are not for you. Like I told you, Cool Water, salt and sugar looks the same, but you will not know which is which until it's tested. Same with friends. You got a fake friend here, a fake friend, which is salt, real friend, which is sugar. Test them to know the difference. You will not know who your friends are, man, until they tested. Until they are put in a situation where you can say, okay, now I know they're my friend. And like, for example, if they ask you for a ride one day, If you got a car and they don't have a car and they ask you for a ride one day, just say no. Or just tell them no about anything. When you tell someone no, you see their true colors. You see who they are when you tell them no. Tell them, if you always saying yeah all the time, give them one time and say no. And you will see exactly who you're dealing with when you tell someone no. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're going through something, are they there for you when you're going through something? Are they there to listen to you when you need a listening ear? Can you trust them, you know what I'm saying, with your possessions or around your whoever, whatever you value? Can you trust them with that? Can you trust them with things you may tell them in secret and hoping that you don't have to worry about if they're going to tell someone or not? That's who you know who your friends are, man. You know, people can pretend, but only for so long. Their true colors are going to eventually come out. You know, and I'm going to follow that with the story too, Cool War, for the rest of y'all too. You know, when friends are fake, they do stuff and they say stuff that gives it away that they're not really your friend. Like I said, what's in the heart is eventually going to come out the mouth. Like the Bible even says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when people say stuff that don't sound right to you, or they do stuff that don't look right to you, pay attention to those things. They're showing you who they are right there. Things they say, things they do, they are showing you who they are. I had a friend long time ago, man, who used to say, and I knew, and when I look back on it, I'm like, you know what? I can't be surprised because I should have seen that coming. But sometimes we get caught up in our feelings for people and how long we knew people and stuff like that. You know, we think that, oh, it can't happen to me, or it can't be what I think it is, and it is. I had a friend a while back who would say little stuff. Like it would be a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like I would get gifts for this person, they would never return the favor. Not that I get gifts in order to get something back, but just thinking of it from like a broader perspective, I'm like, dang, okay, this person never bought nothing for me. I've done it for them. Or, you know, I've always had time for them. They always seem to only fit me in when they can or when they want to. And little things they would say. You know, I had this same friend of mine told me for no reason that I've never done nothing for him. This person said that to me. I'm like, I never did nothing for you. Wow, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna sit there and say I never done nothing for you when we both know that's a damn lie? But you know, I'm just collecting all this stuff, right? And then one day it finally came out. It finally came out one day when this so-called homeboy of mine, he called me and tried to make me look like a sucker in front of some girl he was around. He video called me when I was at work. I'm in the military at this time still. It's back in 2020. A video called me and he asked me, first thing he said to me when I answered the phone was, hey, you remember that time that you got jumped when you were 16? Because that's what that happened to me. When I was 16, I got jumped, right? Because I had a fight with this guy when I was 16, and then that same guy, I guess, wanted to jump me the following week when I was playing basketball with my friends. So they all jumped me or whatever, and yeah, they got their licks in. Of course, it was like 9 people I had to fight, but yeah, they got me. That was 9 people against me. So I got jumped, right? But this same friend of mine, so-called friend of mine, called me and wanted to remind me about that in front of some girl he was around in his house. And I'm like, bro, that's a sucker move. That's such a sucker move. And I just saw right through that. I'm like, bro, okay. I know what it was. So when people do little fake, little fake little clown stuff like that, or they say little things to you that you catch it and you like, that don't sound too right. When your spirit is telling you something ain't right, man, listen to your spirit, bro. Trust your gut instincts. Because if people who love you, people who care about you, man, they're not going to make those alarms go off in your spirit, bro. They're not going to do that because they're showing you genuine love. They care about you genuinely. So people who say little stuff that you be like, why would they say that? Or why would they do that? Pay attention to that, man. They're doing that because I'm telling you, they're showing you who they are. They're showing you what's in their heart towards you. I'm telling y'all, man, it's real out here, bro. Pay attention. Prince Shiloh. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Prince? How you doing, family? Prince says, I'm having a chicken fajita taco with lettuce, tomato and sour cream, rice, beans, applesauce, grapes, and root beer. Okay. That's what's up, man. You getting it in, huh? Chowing down. That's what's up. Prince says, I had a friend who waited 3 months to cuss me out on Instagram over some mess. Look at that. See? See? Tell you, man, I don't care. They can hide for a little while. They can hide it for a little while, but eventually it's gonna come out. And I tell you guys, man, to pay attention to the signs. Because no one is gonna wake up one day and just say, you know what, I think I'm gonna do Jose wrong today. I think I'm gonna do John wrong today. I think I'm gonna do, you know, whoever. You know what I'm saying? No one just wakes up and instantly just thinks to themselves, I'm gonna just do this person wrong today. They've been had this on their mind. They've been showing you stuff. They've been saying stuff. Like I said, it's just up to us to catch it. You gotta just catch it. And when you catch it, you gotta address that right away. Either that or get the heck away from them, depending on the severity of it. Prince said, and I kind of did the same thing he did a few days ago when I texted his friend Juan and told him to tell Derek that I'm growing a following base on here, so I kind of wanted to get back at him. Man, leave that alone, man. Just leave that alone. It ain't worth the trouble, man. Just leave it alone. Yeah, man. But again, getting back to the origin of my message, man. Guys, keep your circle small, guys. Friendship ain't what it used to be anyway. I don't think so. I just don't think friendship is what it used to be. People out here are just different, man. It's not the same. Friendship is just not what it used to be at one point in life. You know what I mean? It's just people are a lot darker now. It's hard to find real, genuine people like it used to be. Not that good people ain't out here. You got some good people out here still. I'm not being a pessimist when I say this stuff, but just realistic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not what it used to be, man. It's harder to find good people. So just be careful, man. Keep your circle small. And like I said, the smaller your circle is, the less you got to watch out for. Prince says, why wait 3 months just to lash out on me will never make sense to me. I mean, but let me ask you this, Prince. In those 3 months, you never saw this coming? This person didn't do or say nothing to you that you kind of, when it happened, you was like, okay, now it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't see that coming at all? Like I said, man, ain't nobody gonna just one day at random just say, yeah, I'm just gonna do so and so wrong today. No, man, they've been showing you that. Like I told y'all when it came to my former friend who was fake as hell, right? When he did that sucker stuff, it made sense when I think back on it because I'm like, okay, this person been saying stuff. They've been saying stuff that if I would have paid attention to it then, I would have seen this coming. So when he did that final clown move, that's when I was able to say, you know what? Nah, bro, like, I know what it is. But you know how they say hindsight's always 2020? Now when I look back on it, bro, I see the signs a long time ago. I just ignored it. You know what I mean? Prince says, I was a senior and he was a junior, and we had not talked all summer. I told him goodbye in May. He texted me on Instagram in late August. Wow, okay. I guess he held that in all summer then. He held that in all summer. He was waiting for an opportunity to say whatever he said to you then. But yeah, man, it's all good. I said those things happen. I mean, it's good that you've seen it, and you can just, you know what I'm saying, leave them alone, man. Don't try to get back, no nothing. Just leave it alone. Prince says people show you who they really are. Absolutely. People always show you that. Always. It's up to you to pay attention. And it's up to you to believe it too. Some people don't want to believe it because they're afraid of being alone. They're afraid of not having no friends. They're afraid of not having a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever the case is, man. So a lot of times people see things, people see the signs of somebody who may be fake or not good for them, but they put up with it because they feel like they need that person. You know what I mean? You don't need that, bro. You don't need nobody that's not going to reciprocate the respect you're giving them and the love you're giving them. You know what I'm saying? If they're not showing you that they love you and care about you, then what are they around for? Like I'm not like that's over with, man. That's over with. Those types of people do not deserve to be in your life. Cause I know what kind of friend I am, right? Like I know myself, man. I know myself. I spend a lot of time with myself. I study myself. When I say I'm a friend, I don't mean I'm just somebody who is gonna be here for good times. No, I'm a friend. Like I'm a real friend. I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna if somebody is after you, they're gonna have to deal with me first. Like I don't play about my real friends. I don't. You know what I'm saying? If I really say a friend, I mean that. You're a family to me. If you need anything that's in my power to give, I'll give it. For whoever I call my real friend, I would even take a bullet for them. That's the kind of friend I am. You know what I'm saying? Without even thinking about it, if I really say you're my friend. You know what I mean? It's just, but unfortunately, it's hard to find that same love in return. It's hard to find that. So I'm just very careful about who I call my friend, man. Prince says, what was your favorite part about being in the military? Well, Prince, I'm still in the military. I'm still active. But my favorite part about being in the military, man, is oh man, I've been in it a long time now, so I'm a little bit over it. But once upon a time, the favorite part was the traveling and experiencing everything for the first time. The different cultures and traveling to countries I never would have been to. You know what I'm saying? If I never joined the military. So traveling was definitely one of my favorite things about being in the military, and also the network, meeting people from all different walks of life, man. Being able to expand my mind and my horizons and get my mind out of that narrow mindset of my hometown. That's why I tell you guys all the time too, to don't be afraid, man, to like leave your hometown, man. Get up out of there. If you feel that pressure of wanting to leave your hometown, get up out of there. Just go, man. If things don't work out, you can always come back, man. But at the same time, bro, do not let fear hold you back, man. Because man, let me tell you, it's a big world out here. It's a big world out here. And I would never been the person I am if I had never left my hometown. I would have been the same ignorant, jackass I was back at home if I had never left. I would have been that same person right now. Because it wasn't a whole lot to do. I mean, Charleston, South Carolina is a beautiful city, but my area, my neighborhood, man, is just it's just low vibrations, man. People around there doing the same thing every single day. I love them, don't get me wrong, I love them, but they doing the same thing every day, man. It's a slow lifestyle, man. They just getting a check, paying their bills, smoking weed, drinking. That's all they doing, man. That's all they doing. So I'm like, at one point, I was in my 20s, man. I was like, bro, I want more for my life than this. So I had to get up out of there. Glad I did. Cool Water says, Mike, what are your thoughts on Black Friday and all of that? I don't got no thoughts on it, to be honest with you. I don't. I mean, I don't even really know the origin of Black Friday. I need to look that up, but honestly, I don't have no thoughts on it, man. Yeah, man. If you guys don't have nothing else, man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day and get up out of here. I just wanted to check on y'all, man, see how y'all doing. Chop it up with y'all for a little while. Cool Water says some people get shot at mall during Black Fridays, was just sad. Hey, man, I don't know anything about that, Cool Water, but I would like to think it's probably because people out there struggling, man. People out there struggling, bro, and unfortunately, that's what you get when people out there struggling, man. Like they say, desperate times call for desperate measures, and people out there struggling. And it's holiday season too. You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? People out there are stressing out. They can't get no gifts for their kids. Their They may be behind in their rent, whatever the case that, whatever they got going on. And people unfortunately resort to doing some pretty foul stuff. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal, man. My goodness. I don't get why people are so stressed about not being able to get their kids gift for Christmas. Like you would rather go out there and rob somebody because your kids don't have any gifts, and then spend the holidays in freaking prison, and your kids don't even have you around at all. You think your kids would rather not have no gifts or not have their father? Like, it just makes no sense to me. Like, dang, it's not that serious, man. Christmas is not about all gifts anyway. I, Whatever, man. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah. Steve says, what is the meaning of life, Mike? Meaning of life, man, to me, my humble opinion, this ain't Bible, it's just me. To me, the meaning of life is giving all credit to God, man. It's all about God at the end of the day. It ain't about us, man. We think it's about us. It's really not. We just, we're just, we're temporary on this earth. God is eternal. Our job is to glorify Him and live our best life. As well. This life is to be enjoyed. This life is to, it's to grow. You know what I mean? To grow and mature spiritually. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people get old, but they never grow up. I think that the meaning of life, we are to give all honor to God, man, and just do our best to live our best life possible and to grow up into spiritual maturity, and to just enjoy those around us, man. Just enjoy the gifts we're given and use our gifts to the best of our ability. That's what I feel. I don't feel like life is meant for us to be all stressed out all the time and, be depressed and all this other stuff, man. I just don't believe in that, man. Like, it happens, yeah, maybe, but, I've been depressed before, right? But I don't stay there. Yeah, I had a little mental slump before, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't stay there, man. It's like, bro, get up and keep on living, bro. Just keep living. Live life, man. It's just my humble answer, Steve. Cool Water says it's always another way of making it without resulting in a demonic time. Wouldn't you agree, Mike? Yeah, facts. Facts, man. Like, cause you mess around and get on that demon time, bro. All you gonna get is the book thrown at you, and your family's not gonna have you around already anyway. So what's the point in going out there doing something that's gonna get you in a world of trouble just because you don't have? That's silly to me. I don't get it. Cool Water says Bible basic instructions before leaving Earth. Yeah, I peeped that before. Cool Water. Yeah, I like that analogy, man. I think a friend of mine told me about that years ago. I was like, wow, that's pretty dope. I like that analogy, or that what's no, not analogy, but the what's that thing called? Acronym. Yeah. Prince says, I heard a quote that says, always do something that you are scared to do every day or something to that effect. It depends on what it is, Prince. Now, I'm scared to skydive, for example, but I'm not doing that. You feel me? I don't care what nobody say. I will never skydive. But when it comes to something that makes sense, that I might be a little afraid to do, like for example, public speaking. Yeah, I've gotten better at public speaking throughout the years. Of course, being in the military, I've gotten better at it. But at first, public speaking used to scare the crap out of me, man. I hated that. But it just depends on what it is, man. Or like leaving home, I was scared of that. I was scared when I left home or whatever for the first time. I was scared, but I eventually grew out of that, and I was ultimately glad I made that move to leave my hometown. Jose says, Mike, I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. I did, but I learned that family can be toxic. That's why I keep my distance with some members. Oh, yeah. The holidays is when it gets real, man, with family, bro, because that's when everybody gets together and then those old wounds are reopened. You know, when it comes to family knowing what button to push or what to ask you that may irritate you, things like that. So I tell y'all, I think I made a video about that last year or the year before. And I was joking. I was joking when I said it, but I was serious. I was like, yo, man, it's Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all ready for that family drama because the family drama comes up around holiday time. That's when a lot of family fights happen at the dinner table at like Thanksgiving and Christmas. You got that drunk uncle who don't know how to shut up and keep asking you the same dumb questions, or that aunt of yours who know how to hit that right button. I'm telling you, man, it's real. But yeah, Jose, unfortunately, you got to keep your distance with some family members, man. Prince says, yeah, because all eyes are on you. Big facts. Prince says, how old were you when you moved out? I'm 18. I don't plan on leaving the house until I turn 21, maybe. Until I turn maybe 21, because my dad thinks I'm sheltered too much. Uh, when I left my hometown, I was 26. When I left my hometown, yeah, I felt like I was just at a point in my life where I needed to change, and man, it's the best choice I made in my life. It really is. Best choice I made in my life. I mean, I love my hometown and everything like that. I mean, it's cool to visit, but as far as living there again, I don't think so. I doubt that. So anything else, you guys? If you guys in the chat, man, and have not hit the like button yet, please hit the like button for your boy. I'd appreciate that. Any more questions, comments, concerns? I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys, man. Anything y'all gotta ask or anything y'all want to talk about, we can chop it up. But if not, then I'm gonna go and get on up out of here. 'Cause I told you I'm not gonna be on here too long today. I'm not doing no 3 hour chat. That's crazy. Jason Rocha says loser, but yet he the one that's on here talking crazy to me. And that's okay, Jason. You can say what you want. You don't know me, and I'm not the one trying to spread negativity on social media. So, with that being said, that makes it apparent that you're a loser because you're the one doing that type of stuff, bro. You're the one that's trying to spread negativity and hate on social media, and you don't even know nothing about me, bro. So, kick rocks, man. Because you know what? Winners do not waste time spreading negativity online. Only losers do that. So, in turn, who's the real loser here, bro? I'm on here being positive. I'm on here talking real stuff. And you're the one out here trying to be negative. So, again, who's the real loser? Jose says, I've gotten better at public speaking as well, Mike. Yeah, man, it comes with time. Just got to keep practicing that. It's only, come with experience, man. Because as I grew in my position in the military, man, and, I eventually had people working under me. I had to train people, stuff like that. Yeah, you got to learn how to speak, man. I was nervous at first. I was a wreck when I first had to public speak, man. But I got better with it to the point it don't bother me like it used to. I still don't like doing it. I never liked public speaking. I don't like it at all. If I can just stay in the cut and just let somebody else do that, I would do it. But whenever I have to do it, it's like I'm okay with it now. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, but Jose, I think you emailed me not too long ago. I need to get at your email too, man. My bad about that, bro. Spider Hyena says it is attention. What do you mean? Oh, it's okay, man. People really got time to like try to be negative, bro. But it's okay, man. Like, first off, I know a lot of you who do that are either young or you're a loser. And you would never say it to my face. You would never say it anything that y'all say online to someone's face, bro. Steve says, "What was the highlight of your year this year in 2025?" Wow, that's a good question. The highlight of my year. Oof. Wow. Steve, I would say the highlight of my year was probably feeling like me and my wife are on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, marriage is a lot of work, and we've definitely been through our challenges, like all marriages go through their challenges, man. But I think that this year, well, I know for a fact this year, we've gotten a lot better in terms of growing together as a married couple, man. So I think that's, I would say, my highlight of the year. Because at first, man, like I said, I don't get into detail about my personal life too much as far as my marriage goes on here. But like, I will say that in the beginning, we had our challenges, man, for real. The first 2 years was very challenging for me, especially because I was 39 years old when I got married. So it was a lot for me to unlearn, for me to unlearn and then learn in terms of being a married man. So this year, I would like to think that I grew into my marriage a lot better this year. So I would say that's definitely a highlight of mine. Merville Johnson, man, get your goofy self out of here, bro. You a clown, fam. Get out of here, fam. Get out of here. You a clown. Like, hey, bro. See, that's what I'm talking about. Losers, bro. I'm not even on here talking tough, and then people just want to get on here talking tough. Like, you're not doing nothing, bro. You're not doing nothing. Like, to me, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, I'm not what you think I am. Like, boy, these people crazy, boy. And we think they rock, they rattling me, man, please. Jose says, no worries, Mike. People think negativity shouldn't be celebrated and that positivity shouldn't. That's the world we live in, man, unfortunately, Jose. Yeah, you know what? Cool water. Hey, cool water. Appreciate you, man. See, that's what my moderators are for. My good moderators, man. Heck yeah, appreciate you. I mean, see, these are. Listen, man. Trolls don't bother me. They really don't. I acknowledge what they're trying to do, but they don't bother me internally, bro. Cause I got thick skin, man. But these people right here are freaking losers, man. Do you know how much of a loser you got to be to get online and then try to antagonize somebody that you don't know? You know how much of a loser you got to be to do that? Like, you got to be an extreme loser, bro. I've never in my life thought about getting online trying to piss somebody off who I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I'll never see in real life, most likely, and just try to say something to get on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't I don't do that, bro. Like, that's real loser activity, bro. That means you don't have a job, you ain't got no girlfriend, you don't got nobody that loves you. Because if you got all these things, if you got a job, a career, somebody who loves you and cares about you, you're not doing this type of stuff, man. It's crazy to me. It makes me laugh, Cool Water, for real. It makes me laugh, man. Like, this stuff is funny to me. It's funny. It really makes me laugh, Cool Water. Like, I had, man, actually a couple weeks ago, somebody was on here talking crazy when I was on my live, calling me the N word. I'm like, really? You would never call me the N word to my face, man. So I ain't even tripping on that. And then I had people that was in my live that was like, yo, he don't see this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I see it. I don't care. I don't care. First off, I don't see myself as an N word. I'm a man that's dark skinned, but I'm a man. And I don't look at myself as no N word. So that word does not bother me no more, bro. I'm 42. I don't care what people say no more, man. That's one thing I love about being older is that the older you get, man, things don't bother you like they used to. But now when I was 19, 20, and somebody called me the N word, I'd punch them in the teeth. But 42, I don't care. I got things to lose. I got a wife to look after. I don't got time to be crashing out no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old for that. And if I'm still crashing out at 42, that means I ain't learned nothing. That's the world we live in. People out here are evil, bro. This world is evil, and I know that by now. So I don't care if you're talking to me crazy, it don't bother me, bro. As long as you're not in my face, physically threatening me, my family, or threatening my money. I don't care. Those three are the only three I care about. You in my face, threatening me physically, my family, or my money. Other than that, say what you want to say, bro. It doesn't bother me at all. That's just words. Steve says, what's in your playlist these days, Mike? Oh man, a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. I like I like hip hop, R&B. I listen to some gospel sometimes and stuff like that. One of my favorite. I like a lot of '90s hip hop, early 2000s hip hop, um, like R&B, like Joe, R. Kelly. I still listen to R. Kelly. I don't care what nobody say. I still listen to R. Kelly. I'm not a fan of what he done in his personal life, but I still listen to his music. You know why? Because people still listen to Elvis, and Elvis did some crazy stuff too. Now Elvis was married to a 14-year-old girl, and people still listen to Elvis. So if they can still listen to Elvis, I can listen to R. Kelly. I'm going to listen to R. Kelly. I'm not stopping R. Kelly for nobody. R. Kelly made some good music. Like I said, again, I don't agree with the person he is in his personal life. That's some weird stuff. That man did some weird, sick stuff. But apart from that, apart from the man, the artist, he made some dope music. So I don't care what nobody say. I listen to R. Kelly. Cool Water says, I guess talking crazy makes their day. It might even make their week. Yeah, they love trying to see somebody else. They love trying to anger someone else. They get off on that. That's a demon, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon. That's not a human being I'm dealing with. That's a demon who tries to like who gets energy off of pissing somebody else off. That's demon activity. So I'm not gonna give that demon no satisfaction, man. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says that. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. So when people come on this freaking live trying to make me mad and trying to say things that's going to piss me off, I resist them. I don't give them what they want. Because it's easy for me to sit here and crash out and curse at them and get all crazy on this live. Well, you man, if I ever see you in the street, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. bro, you're not moving me at all by talking crazy on my live. So when I don't give them what they want, they're eventually gonna leave anyway because they see they're not getting what they want. So I don't care, man. Cool Water says, in my opinion, they're control freaks, and their only way of trying to be in control is by trolling people as much as possible all over social media. Yeah, and they cowards. That's why they cowards, man. Like they wouldn't do this stuff in real life. It's probably some fat. It's probably some fat, no woman getting clown who just eat Swiss cake rolls all day, and don't got nothing else better to do. So I don't worry about that type of stuff, bro. Howard Club says people like you are the reason the country is in the state it's in. People like me. I go to work, I pay my taxes, I take care of my family. What the hell are you talking about? like, what are you talking about? I'm not out here hurting nobody. I don't commit crimes. People like me. No, people like you are the reason that this country is in the state it's in because you get on here and presume that I'm a person that you don't even know and you trying to judge me. You don't even know who I am, guy. People like you are the problem that feel like you so freaking righteous. You get to come on my live and try to judge my character, and you don't even know who I am. I don't bother nobody. I don't commit crimes. I'm good to my wife. I pay my taxes. What you talking about, people like me? Get your goofy clown freaking. Well, you a clown. Get off my live. Mike, for me, when I first created my channel for the first month or so, somebody was telling me, get off the internet. You are a bum. I suck. Channel is trash. Just quit. I didn't stop. I kept going. Facts, man. Keep going. Keep going. I don't care if it's. And my thing is this, man. My channel is small. I don't get a lot of viewership on this channel. I know that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't do this for money. I don't do it for money. I do it. I started this channel with the idea that if one person can learn something from me, I've done something. One person is all I need to say, hey man, I appreciate what you put out there, man. It helped me a lot. That one person made my day. So who cares, man? As long as you enjoy what you do, and I enjoy what I do here. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy the content I make, man. So I don't care if one person likes it, 10 people like it, 100 people like it, 1,000 people like it. Now, of course, the more the better. Let's not be fake here. I'm not gonna be fake. Let's be real here. The more people that enjoy your content, the better. But at the same time, I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for that, man. I do it because I genuinely love my community. The people who really like my channel. Those people, not people who just watch every once in a while, or whatever. I'm talking people who really love my content. You guys are family to me. And I love y'all for that, man. I appreciate you guys who really genuinely support. Coward Club. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, what's up with these people who just want to be so tough, man? Like, what's up with all this tough guy stuff? Like, I'm not with that, bro. Like, listen, I'm not no tough guy. I don't get out here trying to prove how tough I am. I'm 42 years old. I don't try to prove how tough I am. But I'm telling you, if you run up on me, man, like, you're going to get what's coming to you, bro. Like, don't play with me, dog. I'm not that guy. I don't got to do all of that. But people out here just want to be so tough, man. Like, oh my goodness, man. Like, just, Lord, forgive them. They don't know what they do. These clowns do not know what they do. So I just pray for you clowns. Clowns. My boy. My wife brought my boy. Cool Water says, Mike, for me, when I first created my channel, give me a kiss, my cheek. Oh, love you. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Hey, yeah, you know, yeah. Mike, for me, when I first created my channel, for the first month or so, somebody was telling me to get off the internet. Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. Mike, here's a big question incoming. Are you pro Christmas music or anti Christmas music? Um, it doesn't bother me. Cool Water, honestly, it doesn't bother me. Christmas music doesn't bother me. Hey, man, relax, bro. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a big fan of Christmas at all. As the older I get, to be honest with you, but I really don't care. Christmas music, no Christmas music, doesn't bother me. Jose says, I'm not a fan of what R. Kelly has done, but I also listen to him, Mike. Facts, man. Like, listen, people like to talk about R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that. Like I said, Elvis Presley was married to a 14-year-old girl. I'm not for that. I don't agree with that at all. But people still listen to Elvis Presley. People still support Elvis Presley music. I'm listening to R. Kelly, man. That don't got nothing to do with what he done as a person. The music he step in the name of love. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna. That's my joint. Like he's a sick individual. I don't agree with what he done as a person. That's his personal life, though. Now his music is something else. His music makes me move. I love his music, but he is a sick individual, and I don't agree with his personal life at all. But at the end of the day, we all are sinners, though. We all have done things we ain't proud of. We all are sinners. So who am I to like condemn him? I'm not nobody to condemn R. Kelly. I've done things in my life I ain't proud of either. Not that, but I've done things in my life I ain't proud of. You feel me? So, man, what's wrong with you? Get off my microphone, man. You tripping, bro? Man, you know what, man? Get out of here, bro. You doing the most right now. Steve says, my mind is telling me no, my body is telling me yes. Now that's a classic. Yeah, man. Like, I don't listen. Like I said, man, people can say what they want to say about R. Kelly. He's a weirdo. He's sick in the head. But musically, the man's a genius. That man made some good music, man. I'm not gonna stop listening to him for nobody. I don't care what nobody say. King Marcus, what's up, my guy? Salute. Glad you dropped in the chat, man. You a real one, bro. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Hey, you guys who've not hit the like button, hit the like button for your boy. I'd appreciate that if you hit the like button. If not, it's all love at the end of the day. I'm just asking, you know what I mean? Just so the live can reach more people, hopefully. But yeah. Let me see. Steve says that co-worker's video was needed. Yeah, man, that's real talk though. You know, it's real talk too, man. Because again, I've been through it so many times, and I know a lot of folks go through that too, man. Because it's easy to misconstrue co-worker relationships for friendships. It's not the same. J Mac says life is about what God wants you, not what the world wants you to do, let alone fake friends who ain't meant for you. That's facts, bro. It's facts. Absolutely. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. Breaded says, what's up, Mike? What up, Breaded? Salute, man. Thanks for dropping in. Jose says, the guys that are usually the loudest and talk a lot of crap are usually the weakest, Mike. Oh, yeah, facts. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know any, like, listen, I've been in the street before when I was young. I told y'all this, man. Like, I'm not new to the streets. I wouldn't consider myself a street guy, but I knew a lot of street dudes. I was that kind of guy, right? I'm gonna tell you who I was when I was young. I was in the streets, but I wasn't in the streets. You feel me? Like I was around the neighborhood. I knew people. They knew me. I wasn't into what they were doing, but they respected me because I wasn't trying to be somebody who I wasn't. I was just myself, man, and I wasn't afraid to be myself. They knew I knew how to fight, so they wouldn't test me. They knew I knew how to fight. Because when I was in that neighborhood for the first time, I had to fight somebody, end up winning the fight. And so they knew I knew how to fight. So when they know you know how to fight, they're not gonna bother you. And so my thing was like, I wasn't trying to be somebody who I wasn't, man. I was around them. I knew what they did, but like I wasn't. Yeah, I just wasn't fake, man. That's all. I just wasn't fake. And so, yeah, I don't know. The street guys respected me, man, because I just wasn't like trying to be somebody who I wasn't. And that's the thing about street guys. They know real from fake. If you're trying to be somebody you're not, they're gonna expose you real quick. And they knew I wasn't trying to be fake. Like I would do certain things with them. But when it came to a certain level, I was like, nah. Like I would smoke with them when I was young. I would smoke a little weed with them. I would drink with them, maybe drink a beer or something like that. We would talk and maybe crack jokes on each other. But when it came time for them to do what they were doing, like the street stuff, the real street stuff, I'm like, nah, that's why I gotta leave y'all alone. If they talking about going to rob somebody, I'm like, nope, can't do that. If they talk about selling dope, nope, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't with that extra stuff. But they knew who I was. And they respected me. I could always come around because they knew that I'm just I'm just me. I'm not fake. Hillary says you get what you are around. Facts. Big facts. Cool Water says, Mike, I really believe that the devil loves when people want to give up because then he knows people who lose hope will willingly engage in demonic activities. Oh, that's deep, Cool Water. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That's why you gotta watch what you say, man. When you say stuff out loud like, man, I just want to give up, man. This is some bull crap, man. I just don't want to. I don't see what's the point in fighting no more and all this other stuff. You think the devil don't hear that? Like you speaking these thoughts out loud, he's hearing this stuff and like, okay, I got this one. If I keep on pressing the buttons of this one, he's gonna eventually do something that I want him to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't speak these things out loud anymore because your words are power, man. Your words are powerful. Watch what you say out loud, man, because when you out there speaking negative all the time, like the Bible says, the devil is like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. He roams about seeking whom he may devour. So when you out there just speaking negative all the time, he's listening to this stuff. He can't read your mind. He can't read your mind. He can influence you through your mind. And he can, you know what I'm saying? But he can't read your mind. So when you speak these things out loud, when you always say negative stuff, you think the devil ain't listening to that? And he's like, oh yeah. This one right here. It's only a matter of time before he crack. It's only a matter of time. So watch what you say, man. J Max says, life is about what God wants you to do, not what the. Okay, I just read that. Sorry. Cool Water says, sound like me, Mike. Homies pull up in the stolen car. No Beno, I'm good. Homies talking about serving, slinging rocks. No Beno. I passed on that. Homies running the streets, club to club. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would only go so far with them. Like, we would hang. Like I say, when I was young and I was 19, 20, 21, yeah, I would go out and I would hang out with them. I would, smoke a little blunt with them or whatever, or maybe drink a little bit. But man, they talk about that crazy stuff. I'm like, no, this is why I gotta leave y'all alone, bro. I'm not doing that. See the thing about that too is they all knew my family. They knew my father. They knew my father didn't play, so they respected me, man. They wasn't like trying to talk me into it. Like, oh no, because they would even tell me. And this is how I knew they respected me. They would even tell me like, yo, Mike, you don't want to be around here right now. You about to do something stupid, or you might want to go back home or something because this ain't the time to be around us right now. They would even tell me this. Like if they was about to do something stupid, they'd be like, yo, Mike, just we know you ain't about this. We know this is not what you do. So they would tell me like, yeah, you might want to go home because we about to do something stupid. And I would just, all right, cool. Hey, y'all got it, bro. And I would go home. So that's one thing I'm thankful for, man, is that I was around a lot of street guys. I was around a lot of guys who did some stuff, man, but like they respected me. They never tried to talk me into it. And they respected where I was at. I wasn't trying to be somebody I wasn't. I was just myself. Jose says, Mike, a highlight of this year is that I have learned to step out of my comfort zone. I agree about the enemy. He is sneaky. Yeah, man. Facts. Big time sneaky. Hey, man, listen. He's a master at deceiving people. Even the Bible says he is a liar and the father of it. The father of lies. He's not new to this, man. He's been doing this since forever, man. He's an expert at this stuff. An expert. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be on guard, man. Watch what you say, man, because your words got power. Your words have power, man. Stop saying this stuff out loud about how disgruntled you are with life and how disappointed you are with life and how angry you are. And you say this stuff out loud, you think the devil ain't listening? He listening to you, he taking notes. Like, okay, yep. He hate his life. He hate his job. He hate his wife, hate his girlfriend, hate whoever. Oh, yeah. He hate how broke he is. It's only a matter of time. I can get him to rob somebody. I can get him to snap. So one day when you don't have no money and, again, it's Christmas time and, your kids don't got no gifts, the devil comes in your mind. Hey, man, just go out there and rob somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody going to know. Just go out there and just get it, man. If you can't get it the honest way, I guess you got to try this way. Next thing you know, you out there, you rob somebody, you get locked up for the next 15, 20 years, all because you frustrated for being broke and you can't get your freaking kids get no Christmas present. And now your kids going to be without their daddy for the next 15, 20 years. It's not worth it, man. Like, it's just crazy to me, but whatever. Sam says, hi. What's up, Sam? How you doing, man? Steve says, the devil is a lie, but good days and happy times are the truth. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Cool Water says, growing up with certain homies, you have to know when to get up and go. I remember when I had some old partners, they were talking, stealing luxury vehicles. I would always be like, yeah, time to go. Yeah, man. Yeah, same. Yeah, man. Like, bro, no, I'm not doing that, man. Get out of here with that. I had friends like that too, Cool Water. I'd be hanging with them. We'd be doing what we do. Like I said, I would smoke a little blunt with them or whatever. We drink a little 40 ounce or whatever the case was back in the day. But when they talking about, I'm going to go ahead and rob somebody, boy, see you. I'm out, man. Like, no. I'm not doing that. First of all, I was more scared of my father than I was the police. My father didn't play, man. I was more scared of him than I was the cops. So my father, his discipline kept me in line, bro. Like, I was not doing this stupid stuff out there, man. I wasn't doing it. Like, we can hang as long as we was doing stuff that was pretty lighthearted, playing basketball, we hanging out, or we be kicking at each other's house and stuff. Yeah, I can hang with y'all, but as soon as y'all talk about do something crazy, nope, I gotta go, man. And I'm glad I did that, man, because the same people who did that stuff, either they're no longer here, or they just in a lot worse situation than they're not in a great situation. I would say that. Cool War says 2 of them are dead now, Mike. There's like 3 of them. You can only rob, steal, and sin before you're going too far. It will either lead to the steel jungle or into an urn or a casket. Yes, man, it's only a matter of time. You keep living that type of life. That's why I never got into that, because I knew that eventually it's gonna catch up to you, man. I don't care who you think you are. It's gonna catch up to you, man. Like, you out there robbing people, stealing from people. You think ain't nobody out there gonna do you dirty? The same way you doing them dirty, it's gonna catch up to you. So that's why I was never into that stuff, man. Like, my dad always taught me that. My dad always taught me that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think you so tough Somebody out there is always gonna be tougher than you. Somebody out there is always gonna be willing to take it further than you. You know what I'm saying? So I never um I never had that mindset that it can't happen to me. That's why I always kept that mindset of, man, I'm just not gonna be out here doing that type of stuff, man. Because people out there that do that type of stuff, it catches up to them. It catches up. Cool Water says, Mike, one thing I always say is the devil is going to encourage you to do evil, but once you step into jail or prison, he will flee from you and leave you there broken. Oh my goodness, that's a deep statement, man. That is deep, bro. That is deep. Oh my goodness, that is so deep. That's a fact, man. He'll encourage you to go in there, but once you get in there, bye. On to the next clown, and he on to the next person he can get up in there. That is deep, Cool Water, man. For real, man. Dang, that's a good one. Steve says, hey, Mike, I invented a new flavor of chicken wing a few years back. I think next year I might try to do something with it. Okay. A new flavor of chicken wings. You Colonel Sanders? No, I'm kidding, man. That's what's up, man. Colonel Sanders. No, Colonel Steve. I'm going to call you Colonel Steve. You got a new flavor of chicken, boy. You know how many flavors out there they got, man? So I hope it's something that you can definitely make some money from. Sam says, what's your opinion on dating in the workplace? Ooh. Well, all right. So I'm going to say this, man. Dating in the workplace. I don't encourage it. I don't encourage it. I just don't. Because I've been there, done that, and I don't encourage it because I know what it's like when things are not going so well. It's cool when everything's on the up and up. But when y'all having a problem and everybody knows about it, or you see them at work and then you got to deal with that drama, I wouldn't encourage it, but I know what happens. No matter what I say, who am I? And people are gonna do what they want to do, right? So I would say just be careful, man. I mean, I know, because listen, I get it. Sometimes you might see somebody at work and there might be somebody who really captivates you. You know, I've been young before and I've had jobs where I seen a girl, I'm like, dang, I don't care about that stuff, man. Like, she is just too fine. I got to see what's up with it, right? I get it. But, man, you got to, it depends, man. It really depends, bro. You just got to know what you're getting yourself into when you do that. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, man. Like, when things are not going so well, it's going to make your time at work trash. Like, it's going to suck when things are not going well. Now, if you're the type that cannot handle that, then don't get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the type that you can keep a straight head even if things are not going so well, then I would say give it a chance. Or it depends on if y'all work in different departments, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If y'all work in different, you work on this side of the plant or wherever you work and she work over there, then, or y'all work different shifts or whatever the case, you don't got to see them all the time, that's different. Or if you about to leave that job anyway, let's say you was just working there for a little while and you met her at work and then you about to leave and go to another job anyway, then yeah, cool. But I don't know, man. That's kind of a touchy one because people have met their spouses from work before. It happens, man. Like my uncle met his wife at work and they're still married to this day. So I wouldn't say it's always a bad thing, but you just got to be mature about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mature when it comes to dating coworkers because it's all good. Like I said, as long as y'all having a great time and things are going well, it's great. But the minute y'all have a falling out, man, and y'all not talking to each other, and then people can see that, especially people who know y'all dating, because people gonna know y'all talking. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep that a secret. So when you are not talking to them, they're not talking to you, and people can start getting in y'all business, that can make it tough, man. Like I said, I wouldn't advise it, but it's gonna happen. But just if you're gonna do that, just know what you're getting yourself into. If you're not mature enough to handle the downside of a relationship, do not do it, man. Because when I was younger and I dated women on my job, okay, if things weren't going well, I was like, okay, cool. I was not gonna let that jeopardize my money. Now, if you're the type of dude that's gonna crash out and cause a scene at work, don't do it. Jose says, Mike, I knew a guy from my high school that was always getting into trouble, and unfortunately, that life caught up to him. Yeah, man, it's only a matter of time with anybody, not just him. That's anybody. Antoine Jackson says, everyone, hey, you can die before your time. It's in the Bible. Do not be foolish. Do not be so wicked. Yes. Yes. That's why when people, man, Antoine, when people say things like when they die a tragic death, right, from doing something stupid, and people say, oh, it was just their time. That makes me so mad. I'm like, no, it was not their time. Like if you go in someone's house and you try to rob somebody, and you get your freaking brains blown out, and then somebody come and be like, it was their time. No, it was not their time. They died before their time. Their choice led to an early demise. They died because they chose to go up in someone's house and try to rob them, and they got their freaking brains blown out. That was not their time yet. If they had not done that, they would have still been here. What the heck are they all talking about as their time? It was not their time. They died before their time because they were stupid, doing stupid stuff. I mean, that's what's going to happen to you when you live that kind of lifestyle. It's going to happen to you. You sell drugs, or you out there robbing people. You out there breaking into houses and stuff. You think no one's going to kill you? Someone's going to get you one day, man. From the choices you made led to early death, man. That's not just because it was your time. Now, if you died in your sleep or whatever the case was, it was your time then. When it was natural causes, that's when it's your time. When it's from natural causes. When you did something that caused your death, that was not your time yet. If you was just at a traffic light chilling and some car just ran into you, boom, and you died. Okay, it was your time, perhaps. But not when you decide to break into someone's house or rob somebody and you get your brains blown out. It was not your time. You chose that lifestyle, which led to an early demise. Just saying. Blink says, hello, Mike. Happy Sunday. Yo, what up, Blink? Thanks for dropping in, man. Glad you can make it. And you guys too in the chat, man. If you ain't hit the like button yet, hit the like button for you, boy. I'd appreciate it. If not, it's all love. But if you do, I'd appreciate you, man. Cool Water says, also, you have to stop very lightly in work in relationships because sometimes it can turn into a big, wild mess, sexual harassment, ugly breakups. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, if that person you're talking to ain't mature enough to handle a breakup, or you ain't mature enough to handle a breakup and stuff like that, then don't even get into it, man. Like it's a tricky one. I say it's a tricky one. The coworker thing could be a tricky one because you spend so much of your time at work, and you're gonna probably see somebody you like, especially if you got men and women working in the same department. It's probably gonna happen, but man, I would say I would advise you not to do that, man. But if you're gonna do it anyway, just be careful who you're talking to, man. That's really it. That's all I can say. Marcus says, most street dudes I know don't have a life I want. Most are in jail or in the grave. And if they're alive, their life is messed up from drugs and felonies. Most can't find a good paying job or their play. Yeah, man, facts. Hey, for real. That's why I don't regret that at all, Marcus. Like I said, I knew how far to go with these guys, man. Like I'd be hanging with them. Again, we smoke, we drink a little bit, but boy, when they talking about doing that crazy stuff, I'm like, no sir, because I knew I was gonna catch up with me. I knew it was gonna catch up with me eventually. You know, I was either gonna probably get shot or killed, or I was gonna go to prison. I'm not. No, man. No, no. I was not with that. And these same guys who live that lifestyle, man, they're still in their 40s and almost pushing up on 50, talking about someone, I wish I would have done this better or done this different. Man, look, bro, look, too late now. Antoine says, I could have been dead back in college, all that drunk driving I was doing. Boy, look, I know what you're talking about, Antoine. I've been there, done that too, man. Man, there's times I made it home, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know how I made it home. Like, when I tell you, man, God has definitely had his hands on my life, as I'm sure you can say yourself. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, the things that I've been rescued from. Steve says, don't stick your pen in company ink is what I was taught about workplace dating. This chick I give rides to invited me over this Thanksgiving and I declined, but I am thinking about asking her out. Hey man, like I said, it's all case by case, man. You know, like I said, I'm not 100% against dating a coworker. I'm kind of against it, but I'm not 100% against it. If that makes any sense, because I understand it's gonna happen, man. You might meet somebody who you just vibe with that's at your job. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It happens. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like this person is really like somebody worth your time, they just happen to work with you, then maybe, man, maybe. But pay attention to who they are, man. Pay attention to what kind of person they is. Ask around about them. Maybe ask some coworkers, man. Hey, you know anything about this person? Or whoever, or somebody who may know them up close and personal. Be like, you know anything about this person? Get some intelligence on them before you just up and date them. Because man, one thing you do not want to date is a freaking crazy person. And next thing you know, you not only got relationship problems, you got work problems too. Like you don't want that. So, like I said, I'm not strongly against. I'm not 100% against it because I understand some people even meet their spouses at their job. You know what I mean? It happens, man. But just be careful with that, all right? Marcus says dating coworkers isn't good. People talk too much nowadays. Yeah, man, exactly. That's why, like, if you're gonna date somebody at your job, man, like, you got to make sure that they're not like a blabbermouth. They don't talk all the. They don't just tell everybody. If it's like one of them people who are just to themselves, they're quiet, they don't tell nobody their business, and you feel like they can keep things discreet, then maybe. But if you see them talking all the time, they all telling everybody else business, and they just got so much to say about what everybody else going on, then no. I say, man, like I'm not 100% against it, but I'm strongly against it. It just depends on who you're talking to. And you're right, Marcus. People do not know how to shut up nowadays, man. Oh my goodness, bro. That's one of the things about this world that just pisses me off. Like people don't know how to shut up. Should be quiet. Oh. Hey, what? It's my wife, y'all. My wife trying to. Let me see. Sam says, "Thank you for your advice, Mike. For me, I avoid dating in workplace because of gossipers and jealousy." That's the thing too, man. Jealousy, bro. Like when you like, let's say you date like a girl from your job. I had this before, man. Like I was dating this girl back in the day before, long before I got married, long time ago. I must have been like 22 years old, and it was this girl at my job, man. Everybody wanted to holler at her, and I was the type of dude. Like, listen, I was the type of dude who I wasn't trying to do too much. I was just coming to work every day. I was clean, kept my hair cut when I had hair. Kept my hair cut. I could stay quiet. I was always clean, presentable. I smelled good, and I kept my freaking mouth shut. And next thing you know, the girls want to talk to you because they know you know how to keep your freaking mouth closed. Like, you'll be surprised how many times a quiet guy gets the girl. Like, because I didn't say much. I went to work, do my job. I was always clean, like I said, smell good, presentable, and I would just stay out the way. And next thing you know, that girl she want to holler at me, right? And I ended up getting with her and stuff like that. We ended up dating for a little while, and people found out about it. And it was hating, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Dude was hating so hard. I was like, yo, man, like it was retarded, bro. How much hate I got from that relationship. But that's what you deal with, man. You know? But again, man, it's just case by case, man. I wouldn't tell you to not do it, but on the flip side, I kind of would. It'll make it's a touchy one, bro. Because I get it, man. Like sometimes you might see a chick at your job that's so bad, you like, man, to hell with the rules, bro. Like she too bad. I get it, man. But it just depends on her character, bro. Like her character at the end of the day means everything. The character means everything. Antoine says, it could work if the two of you discuss and agree this cannot cost either one of you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Antoine. It depends on the person you're talking to, man. Like if she's mature enough to maintain that type of relationship and not do too much on the job, and she understands, okay, once we at work, okay, we keep it professional. We get home, we can do what we do, right? Then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's not trying to be all up on you at work and you're not trying to be all up on her at work and expose y'all business, and both of y'all know how to shut the heck up and do y'all job and go home, and then when y'all go home, y'all can do whatever it is y'all do, man. If it was like that, then I would just be like, yeah, go for it, man. But if she's always talking and blah blah blah, she always gotta put y'all relationship on Front Street and stuff, man. No, no, no. I wouldn't say do that, bro. Leave that alone. Jose says, I know I said this before, Mike, but I love your video about the age gaps in dating, that they do not matter as long as there's consent and you support and love each other. Yeah, man, like, this might sound kind of crazy, right? So I saw this video today. I watch Anton Daniels a lot. Those of you guys who may be familiar with him, you know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with Anton Daniels, let me know. Put a one in the chat if you're familiar with Anton Daniels. I watch Anton Daniels' channel a lot, man. He's one of my favorite content creators, right? And I saw his video today about an 18-year-old who committed, I think he was an accomplice to murder, and he was sentenced to 65 years in prison. And as soon as I heard that, I'm thinking to myself, wow, sentenced to 65 years at 18 years old. And yet people always want to talk about 18 like it's a child. But yet when they commit a crime, then the judge throws a book at them and give them 65 years. So if this was a child, they wouldn't get 65 years in prison. This was an adult. 18, you are an adult. I don't care what nobody say about it. Because once you go back, bro, once you over the age of 18, once you 18 or older, 18 is a whole different world. Because even though you may be mentally immature, it doesn't matter. The law is the law. You're going to go to prison if you commit a crime at 18. It doesn't matter what you think. Like, get off this sensitive crap about, oh, it's still a child. It's not a child, bro. It's not a child. They do not send children to prison for 65 years. That's a man or a woman at that point. Because once you hit 18, bro, it's only up from there. You can't go back to being a child anymore. So when it comes to that type of stuff, when it comes to the government throwing the book at an 18-year-old for committing a murder or being an accomplice to murder, and yet you got people out there who still trying to tell an 18-year-old how to live their life. No, they are grown, bro. Whether you want to admit it or not, they're grown. I don't care what nobody say about it. Once you're 18, you can join the military, you can go to prison, you can move out on your own, stuff like that. You are then an adult. You're just not experienced yet, right? But people out there are still trying to say that, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that. No, they're grown. Leave them alone. That they're going to make their own choices. They're going to make their mistakes like we all did. So when they're out there dating someone older than them, now I'm not going to lie. I think that if you 40, 50 years old, bro, you should not be looking to date no 18-year-old. That's just crazy, bro. Like, what the hell are you doing? Because there's nothing that person can give you in terms of a conversation, really, or they mentally ain't there, man. That's just wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's that much of an age difference. But when it comes to, I will say this though. If you 30s or 40 and you date 18-year-old, now it might be weird. But at the end of the day, the law is the law. There's nothing you can do about that. They can't lock that guy up for that. They can't. Because if that's her decision, the police gonna be like, "It's nothing we can do." So that's just the law, though. But when it comes to age gaps, nothing wrong with age gaps, man. That's been going on since the beginning of time, bro. Like people need to grow up when it comes to. People are getting way too weird when it comes to age. People have been doing age gaps for a long time, bro. My grandparents were 21 years apart. My grandfather was 51. My grandmother was 30 when they had my dad. So that's nothing new, man. My father was like 18 years older than my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter, bro. Like once you are a grown adult, people gonna do what they want to do. I think people should stop telling people how to live their lives, man, and mind their own business, honestly. Blink says, I remember a year ago you were eating honey garlic wings at a place called Wingmaster during one live. Did you ever go back to order more food from their menu? No, I didn't actually. I did not actually. Yeah, those were some bomb wings too. Oh, I found this place that's not far from where I live, man, called Babalu's. They make some good garlic parmesan wings. Oh my goodness, it's so freaking good. I might, you know what? You got me thinking about wings now. I might get some wings when I'm done with this live. They made some good wings. Damien says, "What's good? Yo, what's up, Damien?" K Marcus says, "I gave up on dating. We cooked Mike, and I'm not being no simp." Hey, I thought you said you was talking to a chick not so long ago, Marcus. What happened with that? You don't mind if you don't mind me asking. You don't got to answer it here, but I thought you was talking to a chick, man. What happened, man? Antoine Jackson says one. Yeah, man. Antoine Dang. Antoine Dang is my dude. K Marcus says, AD, my guy. People hate him just because I love his work ethic. Yeah, man. Yeah, that dude be dropping videos like every day, bro. Like I think he dropped like 3, 4 videos a day. That dude be on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. Like I don't drop videos like that, man. But like I respect his grind though. My good. Maybe I need to. Shoot. Cause a lot of stuff that Anton Daniels talk about, I be thinking about myself, man. I be like, yo, I be seeing stuff online. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Maybe I should start doing stuff more like that, but we'll see. Steve says, I got to run. Keep putting out the solid content. Peace. Hey, man, Steve, appreciate you, man. Thanks for dropping in the chat. Much appreciated, man. Much love to you. Stay safe, all right? Antoine says, I personally wouldn't get with a woman in her early or mid 20s. I'm almost 40. No, I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's not for everybody, man. Like, it's not for everybody. So I get it. I get it. Like, I got married when I was 39, right? I'm 42 now. I got married when I was 39. When I was like in my mid to late 30s, the youngest woman I would date was 25. Like, I'm talking about like taking her seriously. 25 at least. At least 25 or up. Because number one, if I'm going to date a younger woman, she at least got to be old enough to drink. I got to be able to take her out somewhere where I could take adults. I'm not doing no freaking 18. I can't do that. I don't see how guys do that. How guys be like 40 years old dating a 19-year-old. That's just crazy to me. To me, that's crazy. Like, I couldn't do it. Because it's like, okay, she might be 19, she might be cute and all, but dang, what you gonna do with her, bro? You can't take her nowhere but Burger King. And then you won't have a night with you won't have a night out with your girl. You can't take her nowhere where you can take a 21 plus year old adult. You can't take her to no freaking lounge or nothing. No, I can't. I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do that. But some guys, they into that type of stuff, man. But that just wasn't for me. My criteria when I was single in my mid 30s, well, she at least got to be 25, at least 25 and up. Shoot, I'm 12 years older than my wife. I'm 42. My wife is 30. When I met my wife, I was 37. She was 26. So, Antoine says, I personally wouldn't get with the woman in her early. Okay, I got you. I got you. King Market says, that wasn't me, Mike. I don't take these females serious. It's just my turn. Oh, man. Dang. Woo! Marcus, man. Hey, bro. I've been there too. I get it. I've been there. I get it. I know what you're saying, bro. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. When I was single, man, and I wasn't taking nobody serious, bro, because I already knew what it was. So I'm not your judge, bro. I get it. I get what you're saying, fam. Blink says, Big Mike, do you think the Lakers made the right decision to assign Bronny to the G League? Yeah. Yeah, they made the right decision, man. Matter of fact, he shouldn't be it. Man, don't get me started on this, Blink. Please don't do this to me. Because, like, this kid don't belong in the NBA, man. Like, it's just obvious. Anybody who can't see that is just being blind on purpose. Anybody who can honestly look at Bronny James as a player, not thinking of, like, not tying him to LeBron James. Let's forget about LeBron James for a second. Forget about LeBron James. Okay, and no matter how much you love LeBron or you idolize LeBron, let's leave that alone for a second. Think about his son. Now, if Bronny's name was Joe Smith Jr., nobody would care about this dude, man. They'd be like, he trash. But his numbers are garbage, bro. Like, no, he does not belong in the NBA. Like, man, I'm not gonna do this, man. No, he don't belong in the. No. I don't, man. That's why this generation pissed me off, bro. Because it's like this generation just want to skip the line nowadays. They just want to They just want everything handed to them. They want to, like for example, when I was a kid, I used to watch my grandmother snap peas in the kitchen, doing things the hard way, the long way, and the food was better. Nowadays, they got microwavable bags. That's this generation now. This generation now is a microwave bag generation. They don't believe in getting things the hard way no more. They just want everything handed to them. That's this generation, bro. I'm not a big fan of that at all. That kid does not belong in the NBA. Nice kid and all, like him, but he does not belong in the NBA. Dang, man, like, why everybody gotta be like, oh, because he's LeBron's son, he deserves a spot? No, he's not LeBron, bro. LeBron came from a different generation, a different era. LeBron came up poor. He had no choice but to make it to the NBA. This dude, he grinded and he was faced with adversity and then he made it to the NBA because he had no other options really. His son grew up rich with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's not gonna have the same drive as LeBron. He don't have the same, that kid don't care. You think he care whether he put up 20 points a game or not? He don't care. First of all, he's gonna get paid regardless. His daddy's already rich. So if he don't make it into the NBA, his daddy's already a billionaire anyway. So it doesn't matter. LeBron didn't have a billionaire father. LeBron had to make it. So his drive was different. His hunger was different. That kid don't got the same hunger, man. You can see it. Like, man, anybody who don't see that, bro, you're just a LeBron guzzler, bro. You're LeBron. Like, I don't, like, listen, I like LeBron, but I don't worship LeBron at all. I just call things like I see it, bro. LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time. He's not greater than Michael Jordan, in my opinion. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody's ever going to be better than Michael Jordan. But LeBron is a great player, man. He's a great player. He's going to be missed when he leaves the game and all that stuff. But his son is not NBA material, man. Period. That kid is not NBA material, man. That kid is he just got handed a job just because who his daddy is. That's all it is, bro. Antoine says, this lady I know that has an 18-year-old daughter that be trying to look my way ain't going to happen. And Antoine, you said you're almost 40, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you almost 40 and she 18? Hell no. Nope, 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 nope. Blink, Big Mike, do you think, oh yeah, I got you. King Marcus says, LeBron got another son in college right now. He's going to have two sons in the NBA soon. I mean, if he do, cool. I mean, honestly, I think Bryce is more talented, honestly, but we'll see. Blink says, fact, bros, facts. Yeah, man, for real. King Marcus says, Mike, do you think the NBA and NFL's rigged? Sports gambling has really changed the way people watch these games. Oh yeah, it's definitely rigged. It's definitely rigged. I mean, no question about that. It's definitely rigged. Some of the stuff that be going on is clearly obvious. This stuff is rigged. Yeah, guys. But anyway, I got to get going. I got to take the wife out for a little bit. Just want to chop it up with y'all for a little while, man. It's been real, man. I really love chopping it up with y'all. But I got to go here in a second, okay? Khan said, as a Muslim, I believe Allah invites a person to Islam in many ways. Perhaps, yeah, you filming the stream and me finding you as part of the beautiful. Okay, I'm not a Muslim. And I'm not going to get into that, all right? I don't do religious topics on this channel. But, you know, I'm not a Muslim. I never will be a Muslim. I'm a Christian, and that's how it's going to be, all right? But God bless you anyway, man. K Marcus says, all right, Mike, enjoy your Sunday and be safe. Yeah, man, you guys too, man. I love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in. I appreciate it. Hey, man, till next time, y'all be blessed. Take care. I love you guys, man. Who chop it up with me, who rock the channel, and who, you know what I'm saying, who tune into the live streams, man. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. You guys be blessed. I love y'all. Big Mike checking out.